My paid Boxycharm by Ipsy has finally arrived. I'm so excited to dive on in. They better not have messed up because I'm actually really excited for this one. I added a few things to this box. Oh my hands are shaking. Oh goodness. I added a few items to this box. I think I have a new favorite brand and it's just, I feel like everyone already knows, but I'll give you guys a little bit of detail real quick, short and sweet. The box goes for $28 every single month. You get 5 full-size products in your box no matter what, and you are going to get a variation of makeup, skincare, hair care, sometimes even body care like body lotions, tools, and all that good stuff. I do get PR from Ipsy, but I am obsessed with the subscription at this point, and so I pay for my very own box, and then on top of that, they allow you not only to select 3 items for your box. They choose 2 for you, you select 3, but then they move on over and allow you to add product to your box. And the prices are always really nice. Item number 1 was chosen for me by Ipsy. It is the Selfless by Haram Mandelic Acid and Rice brand. What? It's an exfoliating serum. There's a lot going on in here. It says the 1 in key list. Every product purchased provides someone with a year's clean drinking water. That's there's just a lot going on. So I was like, am I getting it right? So it's an exfoliating serum. She's gonna look like so. And I wonder, it says serum, but it also says acid. So this is gonna be one of those skincare items. Ooh, I had to really squeeze, and when I did, it looked like a water. Oh my god. Oh, it's really loose. Unless I'm no. That is such weird packaging. Very weird packaging considering it's a very loose product. So I'll show you. Oh goodness. I'm gonna show you how runny it is. Oh good. Hold on, it doesn't smell like anything, which is awesome. Say that you use it at night, right? You just go ahead, you apply it on your face, and then you leave it alone. You can rinse it off in the morning. Consider it being a very gentle chemical peel. You won't even notice how it's exfoliating and clearing out your skin until you notice that it's doing it. So you're not gonna see patches of skin lifting and peeling, which with regular chemical peels, it tends to happen, like the really abrasive ones. People don't like that. So that's cool. It feels sticky, so now I'm gonna have to go wash my hands because it feels sticky. Then item number 2 that they selected for me is a it's upside down, a Tarte Maracuja blush. This is one of their juicy blushes in the shade Orchid. That is a really pretty shade. Oh, that's like balmy and very I'm gonna have to wash my hand off anyway. Oh, that's pretty because it's gonna be sheer, but it may be buildable. The only thing with this kind of formula, it's in the name, it's a juicy blush. You see how shimmery it is? It's glossy and it's gonna stay this way. Think of it being a lip gloss for the cheeks. It adds a little bit of pigment, a little bit of a flush, but it's going to stay shimmery this way. So I would never, ever dip into it and then apply directly on the skin because it might be intense and it might be too much. And depending on the formulas that you applied on your skin first, it may break it up. What I would do is what I just did. Grab like a foundation tray or something like that and or the back of my hand and then apply the blush onto the skin with a small brush, a stippling brush. Look how intense that is. Like it's way more than on the other side. I would use a brush or my finger. The finger, you guys see this mess? Do you guys see this going on? I've been fighting it all freaking day. The finger will melt it and warm it up into your skin and it'll look really pretty. But this is gonna be the best way for you to avoid over applying. If not, it's gonna be too much. And I mean, hello. Very pretty shade. I'm not mad at her. I like that. And if you're new to this channel, girl, don't worry. We do tutorials here with everything that we receive. So we will create a look playing around with the products because first impressions is first impressions. It's based on what I'm assuming as a makeup artist, just feeling and looking and smelling formulas and all of that. But once you're really executing a look, things might actually work out. Usually do. They usually do. Or we might encounter issues, which happens also. So, I mean, this is a great channel to follow, by the way, if you want to subscribe. Okay, so those were the 2 items that Ipsy chose for me. And I was like, okay, well, an exfoliant. Your girl needs one because this is being stubborn. Ignore this. It's fine. It's cool. But then I get to choose 3 items. So I chose these. And the thing is, I ended up creating this look for today, and I just realized that these lippies are not gonna look great with the eye look, which sucks. But I ended up getting 2 Haus Labs lippies. I ended up getting, what are the names of these? Hold on. The House Tech Powered with Mango Seed Oil. No, that's not what it's called. I'm an idiot. It is called Le Monster Lip Crayon. Oh, that's cute. Le Monster? Le Monster. I got Current Matte. Current Matte. Or is it the shade Current, but it's letting you know that it is a matte. Anyway, it's a red. I saw this and was like, oh my God, the packaging is so fun. And it really, really is. It looks like a pen. So when you open her up, you can twist. And here we have our lippy. I love lip crayons. So of course you guys know I'm excited for these. Obviously I paid for them. I think these were like $12 a piece. I could be wrong. $10 to $12 a piece. Here is the red, and it's very wearable. It's gonna be slightly toned down. It looks pretty opaque. Hopefully I like this better than the one that I ended up buying. One of the ones that are supposed to last forever, and it really sucked. Like, it just was not my vibe. So hopefully that works out better for me. And then I ended up getting the shade Berry because I'm all about that fuchsia life. And now I have my fall vibes going, and there's nothing like a simple eye and then a pop of color on the lip. So I ended up going with, look how beautiful. It's like a crazy looking magenta. It's beautiful. And there we have the shade Berry. Now these are pencils, these are crayons, so they're not going to dry down and be completely transfer proof, but they are supposed to be on the matte side. So I'm excited to play around with those. And then I saw Danessa Myricks Beauty. They had a few pencils. And may I just say, I think Danessa Myricks Beauty is slowly becoming one of my favorite brands. At this point, we're kind of like in the top 3, maybe top 4. So I ended up getting a, Infinite Chrome Micro Pencil. I got it in Lilac Quartz. And that is what the packaging is going to look like. I only snagged the one because I was like, oh, what if it doesn't turn out to be what I thought it was going to be? Then I'll be disappointed. I didn't want to be disappointed, but wow. You guys, look at that. It's lilac. It's a lavender. It's beautiful. I mean, maybe it'll look more purple here. It's metallic sawdust. It's like a chrome on the back of my hand. I wonder. Look how shimmery that, like, that's just, it's gliding so easily. It's super creamy, by the way, you guys, so you want to be very careful. You don't want to apply too much pressure. I love it. I love this pencil already. I now have to try to figure out how to get creative with it and a look, because then that means no smoky looks with this pencil. Next, we move on to the add-ons, because obviously that was my box, right? So we ended up getting the blush, exfoliator, an eyeliner, and 2 lippies. And yes, I chose these on purpose because these were the best options for me. And they were actually pretty exciting options. But then I was like, oh, I can't create like a full-on look with just this. So then I added product. The first item I added is by Rem Beauty. This is a plumping lip gloss in the shade Detention. If only I can get it in. And honestly, the only reason why I got it is because I haven't tried enough Rem Beauty products, but also this shade is stunning. And because it kind of goes with the eyes, we're going to try it today, but it's a plumping lip gloss. And that is what she's going to look like. Oh my goodness, why did I think it had an applicator, like one of those doe foot? Guess no. So this is a squeeze too. I don't know about this. Oh, that's a pretty shade, but I don't know about this. Kind of like mint vanilla. This shade is very pretty. I want to apply some on the inside of my hand because I already had a lippy. I want to see if this is opaque or not. It is definitely a pretty nude, and it has a lot of pigment to it. I already have a few. I don't know if the mic is going to pick. It sounds wet. And I didn't even squeeze. Is it IT? I didn't squeeze a lot out. It's just very juicy. Very, very juicy. Number 2, I can't stand the packaging. The packaging sucks. But it's supposed to be plumping. It feels a little minty, kind of like spearmint, but other than that, that's it. If it starts to burn in the next like 2 minutes, I'll let you know, but I don't think it's going to. It's supposed to give you that kind of visual of having plumper lips. Other than that, that's it. And at this point, it's just making a lot of... It sounds weird. And then I added an eyeshadow palette. I ended up getting the Laura Geller, the Delectables palette. Look at this packaging, looks stunning. Like just the colors, it's in your face. It says 14 multi-finish baked eyeshadows, champagne cheers. It's supposed to look like that. I don't know why these colors are just, I like it. Okay, and then on the inside you get a palette and you have your shades. We will swatch a few. I snagged this palette because of course I need to create a look with my box, and I didn't have a palette or product that I can directly apply on the eye and create something super pretty. But also it's Laura Geller, and you guys know I've become obsessed with this foundation, which is what's on my skin right now. There's a dent in this baby already. I love her so much. Like I really, really love this foundation. So I was like, you know what? If you can do a baked foundation, baked highlighters, baked pressed powders, and do it right, I want to try your baked eyeshadow formulas. Let me know whether or not you've tried these before. This is going to be a first for me. I don't recall ever, I dipped my nail into it. I don't recall ever trying Laura Geller eyeshadows like this. So I'm not sure. I mean, all the tones kind of look the same. So when you look at the palette itself, you're like, oh wow, those tones are super, super pretty. What a unique palette. Just from aesthetics and the shades. But then when you swatch it, like for instance, these three look alike. And these are three different shades. So maybe it's not a really, really special palette. I don't know. But it's so odd that I swatched three shades, three different shades at that, and somehow they all look the same. And they shouldn't. I mean, this has happened before with other brands, but it's still weird. Yeah, like some of these shades are very similar to one another. These are two different shades also, but these are the lighter shades. So we are going to play around with her. I'm hoping I didn't waste my money, because if I did, I'm going to be mad. If you already own it, and you love it or don't love it, let me know what you're thinking, because if I wasted my money, I'd like to know before I dive on in and play around with the palette. I'm so happy that Ipsy is featuring brands like Rem Beauty and House Labs and Danessa Myricks. I mean, they threw me off with Pat McGrath Labs, okay? So the fact that all these other brands are being featured is freaking insane, and this is why I maintain an active subscription. Let me know in the comment section if you snagged any of the Danessa Myricks pencils, any House Labs, any Rem Beauty, and if you enjoy beauty box unboxings, makeup tutorials, tips and tricks from a makeup artist, I will recommend 2 playlists here on screen. I think you'll really, really enjoy, and I hope to see you guys really, really soon. Bye, guys.